So one of the important things that I've learned about process in my development in the process field is the value of having a good definition of the term process. And when I say good, I mean objective, clear, and defensible. Now, when I started in the field some 25 years ago, we were working with a definition of process that went something like a series of activities or events that created an output for a customer. And pretty much that basic definition of process is the same thing we're working with today. Back then, we celebrated whenever we even heard the term process used in a business context. Now, 25 years later, roughly, it's one of the more confused terms in the space. And we found that different people are able to use that definition in very different ways, which is creating a lot of variability, which is creating a lot of confusion about the term process. So department manager might take that definition of process and say, for me, the process is all the activities in my department, and the customer is the next department. And a project manager may say, the activities in my process are all the work related to the scope of my project, and the customer is the sponsoring organization. So it can get used in very different ways, and that inconsistency is creating issues with the integrity of process. So in 2005, my partners and I in Performance Design Lab stepped back and said, well, what would be a better definition of process? And we started by looking at the B in BPM, which is what are the points of value that the business values in the organization and its operation, and let's use that to derive the definition of process. So we switched to a definition that's very much output-oriented. So it starts with understanding what are those points and saying a process is nothing more than a construct for organizing all the work to get to that output or that point of value. And so that's where we've arrived at over the years. For us, it's been key to being able to come up with definitions of process that are good, so objective and clear and defensible, and yield consistent understanding, which is the key first step to any effective BPM effort.
Okay.